Here's on a CNBC-TV18 exclusive. The Chief Minister of Rajasthan, Vasundhara Raje, has opened up since taking charge in 2013. In this first television interview, Raje spoke to Shereen Bhan on the raft of reforms undertaken by the state. Here's an excerpt of that exclusive conversation.
You know, if you look at your TV screens today, there's ads from the Punjab government, there's ads from the West Bengal government. Just about every state government is building on the Prime Minister's idea of competitive federalism, which in itself is not a new idea, but he's thrown his weight behind it. What would you say would be the differentiator as far as Rajasthan is concerned? Because you're pretty much going after the same set of investors, aren't you?
No, I would not. I wouldn't look at it like that. This is something that I would be continuing from 2008. We had put this program in place during that period. It is, of course, something that gets additional impetus from the fact that the Prime Minister has put his weight behind it, and that cooperative federalism is now a very big thing on the screen. But I do believe that when we fought this election, there was some kind of unease amongst the people. There was also a feeling of urgency and interest for change. There is definitely a kind of impression amongst all the electorate that I saw that it would be very important to create development quickly, and we can't wait for it. So I think that leaning on the three planks that we in Rajasthan had thought about, which was working with social reforms and looking at social justice for the people, but also effective governance, to take effective governance to the people, and at the same time create jobs. If we looked at these three things together, it would give you a holistic view, and it would also, in a way, move the process faster, is what we thought. It comes because of the urgency. We felt that last time perhaps we did it a little late. We did it in our fourth year. But this time we thought that because of this urgency, it might be a better idea to do this much earlier than later in the term, because it would give you that much time to let industries ground and give their effect to the people. So keeping that in mind, we have gone for Resurgent Rajasthan, and we believe that being able to create this, bring in this social reform, and to be actually able to create jobs which bringing industry in will make a little difference to our people here.
I'll come to social reforms in just a bit, ma'am, but if I could talk to you about the investment climate. And one of your ministers has been quoted as saying that you expect to garner, or at least that is the attempt or the aim, about 2 lakh crore rupees worth of investments from the Resurgent Rajasthan roadshow that you're going to be doing on the 19th and 20th of November. Would a large chunk of this 2 lakh crore rupees really be coming in from Japanese investors, where there is a long association? In fact, Rajasthan is the only state where you have a special zone for Japanese investors. Is a bulk of that also going to come in from the oil and gas sector, where already you've signed MOUs worth 30,000 crore rupees?
No, I really wouldn't like to put a figure on it. I don't think this is a very good idea. I think the idea is actually to be able to push sectors and to push country-specific zones. This is what we've done in Rajasthan, which perhaps is probably the only state that is doing it. For specific areas like, say, stone or for leather, also we have zones which are specific to agro products or any of those. But alongside that, we have also got zones which are specific to country. So Japan we went with in the first instance. We have a long relationship with Japan now, period of time, and over what I see in this particular zone, there's a general happiness with each other. In fact, so much so that when we went for our roadshow to Tokyo, we actually announced a second zone, and there is one also coming up for Korea. So it's not the number, it's about being able to keep our partners happy, to be able to get other people to invest, and also to invest in the areas where Rajasthan wants to make a difference.
Right.
So whether it's manufacturing, whether it's textiles, whether it's stone, which we are very rich with, or whether it's petroleum, as you said, those areas, mines, maybe we could look at. All of these areas in which we have a strength, those are the areas that we are actually looking at to working with our partners. Now, I'm really delighted to say that, I mean, with Singapore, for example, which is our partner country now, we are going in for a large investment in ITES for hospitality, which will probably be one of the best when it's done in 2016 in the country. So it's things like that, where our strengths are, as you know, tourism, hospitality and other strengths, to be able to actually marry our strengths with those of our partners. That's what we're looking at, and we hope that will generate a good enough investment that will go towards creating jobs, infrastructure, and general social happiness.
Okay, let me address each of those sectors, and let me start by asking you about oil and gas, because in September this year, the government has inked MOUs worth over 30,000 crore rupees with the likes of Kane, etc. I understand also that there is a proposal at this point in time, and you're evaluating and assessing the possibility of a refinery. A report was expected this month. Where do things currently stand on that? Because that has been a concern, that domestic value add isn't really happening, and perhaps this would be the best way.
Well, I think that at the moment in time there's a serious discussion going on with the ministry, with the company concerned, and with us. This meeting took place only about, I think it was 2 weeks ago. I don't expect a complete result from this because it's going to be renegotiated to some extent, because Rajasthan requires to get the best out of it. So does the company. And we need to work together to be able to find the best solution for this. I think we are pretty much well on our way, and when we are ready, we'll make the announcement.
Okay, but where would things currently stand as far as this proposal is concerned? Is it stuck, perhaps?
No, stuck, not at all.
Not because of tax incentives or any uncertainty on that front?
No, there is none, but we are naturally looking to find the best for Rajasthan, as they are looking to find the best for their company. But there is no such thing as being stuck on any of the issues. I think, in fact, the talks are proceeding very smoothly, and we should be able to come to conclusions soon.
And you could catch that entire conversation with the Rajasthan Chief Minister at 6:30 p.m. only on CNBC-TV18.